What is going on, guys, and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be doing another Valorant agent breakdown. This time, we're going to be doing Viper. As you can see on your screen, she is a controller, very much like Brimstone. As you can see, controllers are experts in slicing up dangerous territory to set their team up for success. Without further ado, let's get straight into her abilities. Okay, so before we get straight into her abilities, I'll read her description out. Viper, the American chemist. Viper deploys an array of poisonous chemical devices to control the battlefield and cripple the enemy's vision. If the toxins don't kill her prey, her mind game surely will. So, as you can see by that description, you can see that she's a bit of a bitch to deal with. And if you haven't, that always makes me jump. How many times? If you haven't played against her yet, you will know when you have. So her two basic abilities are indeed Snakebite and Poison Cloud, with her E being her signature ability, which is Toxic Screen, and then her ultimate, which is just Viper's ultimate. Man, Jesus. So let's start with her first basic ability. Her first basic ability is Snakebite, and it is very similar, I guess, to Brimstone's Molly, or Molotov, Molly as he says, Molotov is what it really is. Very similar to that in a way. Instead of putting it in a gun, you load it into your wrist like a good Spider-Man person, and you fire it, and then basically it's kind of self-explanatory. Anyone who's in that doesn't have a very good day. It's quite useful to like move your enemies out from a position. So obviously you all know, I like to use this bit as my demonstration area. If you need to go, let's say over here to plant the bomb, and you know someone is in this corner waiting for you to walk past, you do that, you hit them with that. You know instantly they're either going to have to run backwards or either run to you, hold the angle, shoot the head off. Easy peasy. And I think there is no limit to how far you can fire it. I think you can fire it a pretty decent length. So her second basic ability is indeed Poison Cloud. Poison Cloud is actually very useful. As you can see, once you click Q, you get this little weird cube sort of thick cube. Well, that's not a cube, that's a cone. And you either get one or two options to left click or to right click. The left click option allows you to throw some sort of, it just throws it down, and then as you can see, I have to come pick it back up. I'll get to that in a minute. If you then press Q again, it then makes a poison orb, which as you can see down the bar down the bottom and a little number, it only can stay up for a certain amount of time. And I think the reason why they've done this as well is because anyone who's in this also gets damaged. I believe they get damaged anyway. I don't know why it's not damaging me, maybe because it can't damage me. Again, I've only played Viper 2 or 3 times, so I'm doing this off of what I've played and what I've seen others play, and feedback from others that have played her. But as you can see, not only does it cut off the view that when you throw it down, not only does it cut off the viewpoint when I press it again, it cuts off view, but anyone inside this point actually does get affected and starts decaying, and I believe it decays their health down. Doesn't affect their shield, I believe. From the top of my head, it either affects their shield and not their life, or affects their life and not their shield. One or the other. But yeah, not only does it stop vision, it also affects people that are in it. And as you can see with the second ability, this is more like as you can see, it's kind of self-demonstrated anyway within the numbers. Within the logos. The left click is more like a straight. This one is if you want to just sort of loop it up in the air rather than absolutely yeet it halfway across the map. So obviously, same thing, does the exact same thing. Apart from instead of launching it all the way across the map, you can do a quick pop up, like you can do in CS:GO with flashbangs if you right click in a way. Now moving on to her signature ability, which is indeed her Toxic Screen. Toxic Screen. I don't know if it's toxic or toxin. As you can see, left click, you throw it, it shoots all of these little weird down, and then when you press E again, fires it up. You've probably seen this before. Again, anyone who's in this or around it gets decayed, as well as it cuts off vision. So you can see she's quite, in my opinion, she's like a duelist slash, she's like a duelist because she's really good for damage, but she also cuts off a lot of vision. So she's quite good for if you want to have quite a high KD game, but at the same time also use it to your own benefit. And use the controller side of her as well. And finally, Viper's ultimate. I have no words for this. I have nothing to say. Just watch. I am going to be smart and place it. How overpowered do you need an ultimate to be? All the time you're in this weird little green dome, it stays up. If you leave it, it goes down. But why would you leave it? You don't need to leave it. You can literally just sit in a corner because everything's foggy and you can't see anything and no one can see you and anyone who's in it is getting decayed anyway. Don't get me wrong, I love it when I use it because it's beneficial to me and my teammates. But when it's against me, no! This thing, this weird little green dome or weird looking, jelly looking ice cream thing is my most hated ability in this game. I don't care. Omen can teleport across the map and kill me. Cool. I can get flashbanged by Phoenix. Cool. I can kill someone and let them get revived by Sage. Cool. This thing, overpowered as shit. All it does is literally decays you for then when you're walking through the cloud of fog and you can't see anyone, to see someone sitting in this corner ready to pop your face off. I can breathe now that segment's over because... Viper's ulti... It's a no from me. If you can't tell already, yes, I am joking. I do like Viper's ultimate. It is really cool. Really cool. Really cool ability and really well designed from Riot. Very good idea to it. Very annoying if you're on the enemy team. If it's on the enemy team and they're using it against you, very annoying. But if it's on your team, great. Really cool ability. I don't think there's much others like it. In all of the agents so far, but that was it for this video. What did you guys think? What do you guys think of Viper? Do you play her? Have you played her yet? Will you play her now after this video? But thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more, like this video, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.